Okay, so Unihertz decided to take an almost 3-year-old device, bypassing almost all its current devices to get it updated to Android 16, which is on Android 13 right now. Has me a bit confused. And yes, I'm talking about the Jelly Star that came out in 2023. Now, I've used the device for months, and a lot of people would say that this phone is getting updated due to its popularity, right? Because of its size and features, such as the backlights. Well, did Unihertz bought this device from the dead and bring it back to life? Well, let's talk about the pros and cons of using a small device like this, a almost 3-year-old device. Let's have some fun. Sit back, relax, and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go. What's up, guys? This is Eric back with another video. So let's talk about the specs. The Jelly Star has a 3-inch IPS display with a resolution of 480 by 854. It's rocking a MediaTek Helio G99 processor with 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage with SD card support. Now it has a 2000 milliamp battery in it and is currently running Android 13 to boot. That's slated to get Android 16 in April of 2026, according to Unihertz. Now on the rear, we got a 48 megapixel camera and an 8 megapixel camera in the front. Now this is a 4G LTE GSM device, and that costs about $220, brand new. I will leave all product links down in the description below. So what makes the Jelly Star so popular? What makes this phone so popular? Well, let's talk about my pros and cons of using this device. So let's go. So let's talk about the pros first. The size. Now it's 49.5 millimeters wide and 95 millimeters tall, and it's 19 millimeters thick. That weighs about 121 grams. So yes, it's small, but it's definitely thick. And it does have a bit weight to it. So that's things you need to know. I guess that's a pro. Right, let's talk about some more pros. The next pro is the storage. The Jelly Star has 256 gigs of storage with SD card support. That is huge if you want a small phone with a lot of storage plus SD card support. I mean, that's a good thing, man. That's definitely a pro of using the Jelly Star. Next, the LED lights in the back, right? So if you like notifications, music, video, these things will flash, especially if you get notification. They're very bright and they look really nice, right? I mean, it you know, kind of give that little jazzy look, nice party trick or stuff like that, right? So if you like the notification lights, if you like the lights on the back, plus the transparency design, you know, hey, listen, this device is definitely a head turner when it comes down to some of the features. The next pro is battery life. So the Jelly Star on paper has a 2000 milliamp battery, and it doesn't seem big on paper, right? But with the 480p display and the mid-tier processor in this device, yes, you can definitely get great battery life out of the Jelly Star. So if you wanted a small device with very good battery life, the Jelly Star got you covered. So the next pro is the price, right? The Jelly Star getting full support at a $220 price point doesn't seem as bad as before, right? So if you're looking for a small, up-to-date device with a lot of storage and everything else in between, with great battery life, LED lights in the back, hey, the Jelly Star may be a device to look at because, I mean, look, the price is pretty good here at this level. And finally, the last pro, a headphone jack. Oh yeah. So listen, headphone jacks is very rare. So the Jelly Star has a headphone jack. So if you like to listen to music with headphones, yes, the Jelly Star has you covered. And it's kind of weird how a small device like this can have a headphone jack, but the $1,200 and $1,300 devices doesn't have headphone jacks. It's always weird that your mid-tier devices will have headphone jacks. It come with a case in the box, like the Jelly Star got a case in the box, and it come with, you know, features and functionality that your premium flagship doesn't have. So that's a good thing. Headphone jack on deck, and that is a pro for the Jelly Star. Okay, so as we talked about the good, let's talk about some of the cons, right? First, the design. Look, even though this is a small smartphone, right? But it's thick. I mean, very thick. for a smartphone. And the bezels, huge forehead and chin. Plus you got your stationary buttons right here. And I mean, the bezels on the side here and here is pretty thick. You got a huge forehead and chin and stuff like that. And look, don't get me wrong. The transparency on the back looks good, maybe your flavor, but you cannot deny the fact that this phone is thick and the bezels are huge. So to me, that's a con with the Jelly Star. Next, performance. Now the Jelly Star has a older MT G99 processor that was released in 2022, a very outdated processor. Shocked that it can go to Android 16, but I would tell you this, even though it's getting Android 16, it won't make no difference. It won't perform, better using Android 16 because this is a very, very old, outdated processor in it. So you definitely would notice some slowdowns and some sluggish performance overall. And as I was using it for this review, and I did notice that, every now and then it did kind of stutter a little bit because of the G99 processor, but it does have 8 gigs of RAM. So, I mean, it's okay overall. But yes, I mean, if you're looking for this device to fly on Android 16, it all depends on how heavy Android 16 is overall with this outdated processor in it. Let's see what it's all about. But if you're looking for peak performance with the old MT G99 processor that's in this device, you won't get it. So to me, I think that's a con. Next, let's talk about the cameras. Yes, on paper, 48 megapixel. I mean, that's a high number. But I can tell you right now, if you buy the Jelly Star for the cameras, you're going to be vastly disappointed. Now, I take okay photos in the daytime. Nighttime, you can forget about it. But when you're doing video, it's a mess due to no optical image stabilization. Just so you know, this device does not have optical image stabilization. So if you walking around, if you moving with this device in your hand, it definitely will be jumpy. It will be shaky. The photos are just okay. The details is a little muted. And nighttime photography and video on this device, you can forget about it. So yes, that's definitely a huge con. And I'm sure that you would be buying this phone for the cameras. But yeah, I got to put that in the con section. And the next thing is the keyboard. Now listen, man, this keyboard is definitely on the small side, right? Back in 2023, when I made this video with this device, I found myself a little frustrated trying to type on this little keyboard. And yes, I know it's a 3-inch display. I know this already, but damn, it's definitely difficult to type with this small display. So just so you know, if you're going to buy the Jelly Star, just so you know that the type of experience with big fat fingers like myself is really good. And I think this is more of, a child could take advantage of a keyboard this small, but you definitely would not be a fast typist using this keyboard on this device because it's very, very tiny. Okay, and finally, you need to know this. This is a 4G LTE device, so there's no 5G speeds on this phone. So if you're looking for fast network speeds, you won't get it here with the Jelly Star. But it is a GSM device. I've used my T-Mobile and Mint-Mobile SIM in here, and it worked just fine. But it's going to be on a 4G LTE network, just so you know. So if you're looking for 5G speeds, this device definitely won't give it to you. But the 4G LTE speeds are just okay, right? And if you coming from 4G to 5G and going back to 4G, you definitely will see a difference. But yes, that's definitely a con using the Jelly Star, that it is a 4G LTE GSM phone. Okay, so who's the Jelly Star for, right? Well, to me, probably for a small child that's getting their first phone due to the size. And I think that's perfect for a small child getting their first phone, because it comes with a case and the price point is not that bad. The next is the person that's working in the gym or a cyclist that's riding a bike, and you want to put this device on your wrist. I think this is perfect for that. Next, I believe the person that want a smaller phone to complement their flagship. So if you already have a flagship, you just want a smaller device to complement the flagship. I think that's what the Jelly Star is for. Let me know down in the comments, do you have a Jelly Star, right? Are you planning on getting a Jelly Star? If you have a Jelly Star, what qualities you like about it, right? I mentioned a lot of good stuff, and I mentioned some, opportunities. I think it's an overall great phone for that individual that want a small phone, but I think the typing experience is a little, rough when you got big fat fingers like myself. I think the camera system is just not that great at all. The display doesn't get too bright, but it looks good overall. Now it has a single firing bottom speaker, so if you're watching a movie, you only go get a single speaker. The speakers sound okay. It's not the best. I play games on here. It's pretty cramped by playing games on here. But again, if you're a gymnast or a cyclist or something, somebody that want to strap a phone on your wrist, I think it's great for that. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below. This is Eric. See you guys on the next video. Peace.